Hello and welcome back to the Think Tank. I'm Pastor Devin. I'm so glad you're joining us tonight. You know what? We live in a crazy world, and all everybody wants to have is to have peace in their lives in order to go through life and enjoy it. But there's so many things that beat on us. A lot of times it's really our fault why our life doesn't go the way it should. We like to blame other people and other things, but really, God says, He gives us illustrations in the Bible of how to live the right life. And he gives an example of people who don't live correctly. Yesterday in church, we talked about a guy named Haman in the book of Esther. And you might wonder why in the world this guy in the Bible is there. It's to show us what not to do. In this life, a few things are going to happen we can learn from his life. There's going to get people in your life that are going to try to get underneath your skin. What you got to do is don't let that happen. You get a splinter in your finger. The first thing you want to do is get it out of your finger because it'll cause an infection, it'll hurt, it'll give you pain. Hey, don't let anybody get underneath your skin. Don't let that happen. If it does, get it out from there because it'll consume you. It'll make you think bad thoughts. It'll actually make your life worse, and people around you will notice that. It'll come out even among those that you love. You don't want that to happen. And also, don't use anger as an excuse to sin. So many times we let someone just get us frustrated, get us angry. And you know what? We got to choose to just let that go and let God have it. And so people around us can see that there's something different. Yeah, that person might be in your life that just really you just want to punch in the nose, but you hold back and you go, you know what? I'm not going to let that happen. I'm not going to let it change who I am. You know what the cool part is people around you will notice that. And they'll say, man, you're not acting like the world, because the world says just go ahead and beat on one another. Maybe not physically, but on social media or how you say to other people. But, you do it the right way. People go, why are you different? You say, because God says, if I do this differently, God will move in my life and give me peace. And one more thing is, it's very careful the friends we have in this world. There's very few real friends. A real friend always does what is best for you. You know what Jesus says? He always does what is best for you. You know what that means? Sometimes he does things for you that you don't necessarily like. Why? Because you need to learn something and it's what's best for you. He sometimes will tell you he always will tell you what you need to hear, not always what you want to hear, because he wants to make you the best person you can be. A true friend will do that. A lot of people go, well, I'm just not going to get involved, but I'll be able to pick up the pieces when they mess up. Why not help them before they mess up so you don't have to pick up the pieces? Or others go, well, I'm going to tell them what to do, but they ignored me, and so they get what they deserve. You know what? Even if they ignore you, a good friend's still going to do what's best for them, okay, and help them pick their life back up, because that's what a good friend does. Jesus does that with us all the time. We never do everything right for him. But you know what? He picks up those. He comes and he helps us all the time. And he calls us a friend. John 15:50 is a wonderful verse. He doesn't call us servants, he calls us friends. Isn't that amazing? And so if you remember these things today and apply them to your life, don't let someone get underneath your skin. Don't use anger as an excuse to sin. And also, make sure that you're a real friend to others and you choose your friends wisely. You know what will happen? You'll live a much better life. You'll be much happier. And guess what you'll have? You'll have the peace that you're looking for, because Jesus will see that. He will come to your aid all the time. Isn't that great? Well, I hope you have a great night. And remember, as always, that Jesus loves you, I love you, and you are absolutely awesome.